Phil Hewlett for the KFI 24-hour newsroom. More details about DA George Gascon's chief of staff and his public intoxication arrest. The Azusa Police Union claims Joseph Iniguez threatened to put the arresting officer on the county's list that keeps track of dishonest cops. The president of the union calls it an abuse of power. Expect large amounts of rain, snow, possible slides in the recent burn areas. A voluntary evacuation warning takes effect this morning in the Orange County canyons burned by the bonfire. OC officials are concerned because the ground is already saturated and unstable from the last rainstorm. LA County has seen one of its sharpest day-to-day coronavirus case spikes since the pandemic began. More than 6,500 cases reported yesterday. That's more than double Tuesday's amount. Southland weather from KFI. Rain, heavy at times, continuing from Christmas. Storms expected to drop from 5,000-foot level. Highs near 60 today. Right now, it's 56 in Westminster, Mission View Hill 55, Torrance 57, and in Woodland Hills it's 52 degrees. We leave Memphis from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Phil Hewlett.
In Westminster, this is on the 22 westbound at Valley View. We have a crash and CHP picking up the right lane now. Your drive is touching up as you approach this area. South LA, there is a work zone. This is on the 110 northbound, 105 to the 10. Two right lanes. Expect delays. Kansas will rebound. This is on the 5 southbound right at the 14. Cleanup crews from an earlier crash block. KFI and the Skyhook 50 there faster. I'm Brian Van.
In 1982, Melissa Kate identifies Rodney Houston as her mother's killer. Then in 2015, Melissa says Rodney podcast, Leah Rothman reveals what may be a miscarriage of justice. It was one of the most brutal crimes in St. Louis. A single mother murdered her two young daughters. I'm on a mission to find the real killer. Listen to the real killer. You get your podcast.
We have a lot to celebrate this holiday season. The COVID-19 hasn't gone away, so let's make sure to keep our celebration safer by following these tips. Get vaccinated to protect loved ones, and get a booster to keep your immunity strong. Wear a mask in all public indoor settings, and if possible, keep gathering small, short, and outdoors if you're uncertain of everyone's vaccination status. Bring on the cheer safely this year. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
A light source whole house water filtration system is exactly what it says. It's a whole house system, delivering highly filtered, delicious, safe water from every single faucet in your home. With Light Source, you skip the cost hassle of buying bottled water. It reduces your hard water problems, the scale buildup, filters out chlorine, added chemicals, and there's no maintenance of any kind. I have this system. I absolutely love it. They simply make quality water easy. Never filters to change or salt to add. And Life Source is having the end of the year sale going on now through December 31. Call now for the best offer of the year. Call 800-334-5009. 800-334-5009. Visit lightsourcewater.com. Light Source Water. You can taste and feel the difference.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk.
Matter of fact, my first guy should be there. The first time I got my car. For some reason, there was a break in it. All they would do is talk to me in German. And I said, you're doing it perfect. I'm sure when you get a bunch of emails, they can have your okay, just to let you know, so you don't have to bother. Don't waste your time.
Morning from 6 to 10. 818-401-4109. The first-time caller line is 818-501-4721. To talk toll-free from East to the Rockies, call 800-825-5033. From West to the Rockies toll-free, call 800-618-8255. To reach George via Skype, use Skype name George97313. Send George a text message anytime at 818-298-6521. This is Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie.
Next hour, Tom Moore joins us. We're going to talk with him about his work on Atlantis and Lemuria and also the gentle way with pets, angelic help for your animal companions. Looking forward to that. We're going to be back in a moment with Dr. Jeffrey Mishlove and take final calls in just a moment on Coast to Coast. Well, this being Wednesday, that means for you Coast Insiders, a couple more programs from the Art Bell Vault for you. One includes talking about cryogenics, preserving people, making them live forever, maybe, and also dreams and near-death experiences with Michael Brown that Art talked to a long time ago. So that's available to you if you're a Coast Insider, and you can sign up to be an insider for 15 cents a day.
I love being a Coast Insider. I travel a lot. I can always have my shows, download them on my podcast, and never miss a thing. And every show is one thing.
Hey, this is Buck. I'm a Coast to Coast insider, and I'll tell you what, it's a great thing for me. Here in West Virginia, we get inundated with snow. But it doesn't matter as long as we have a provision. I've got 5 years of Coast to Coast programs to play.
There you go, 5 years worth. That's pretty good. Sign up to be a Coast Insider by going to coasttocoastam.com. Now here's something for you to kind of calm down.
If you feel stressed, suffer from fatigue, moodier than usual, or would like to fall asleep easier and sleep more soundly while losing weight, do we have something for you? Accelerate and Elevate. I take Elevate Performance Supplement in the morning for energy and laser focus for work. Then before bed, I take Accelerate, weight management and sleep combo. And indeed, I now sleep soundly through the night. Plus I'm losing weight. It's amazing.
I've really gotten 4 to 5 hours of sleep max a night. I'm sleeping between 6 and 7. I wake up to use the bathroom, but I go right back to sleep, which has never happened before, which is pretty awesome.
I noticed a higher level of happiness. I also noticed that I wasn't taking naps. I had more energy. I was more in the moment with my kids. Like, we were laughing more. We were more excited. Every single one.
Let's go to a power. And probably constantly off my weight, and I'm so proud of myself. It gives you energy, it helps you sleep better. Sure. It just works. I stand by it 100%.
I was on a handful of medications to help me sleep, to help me be happy, tons of therapy. When I'm ready to go to sleep, I'm getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep every night. I've lost some pounds, inches mainly. My family has me back.
Try Accelerate and Elevate, discounted for listeners to the show. Plus, further discounts with the George's Power Pack, including a free gift. Learn more and order now at healthylooking.com. That's healthylooking.com or 800-394-9930. So jump on to all-day energy, better focus, better sleep, and weight loss with Accelerate and Elevate at healthylooking.com. That's healthylooking.com or 800-394-9930.
Mike Huckabee is celebrating Christmas, and he'd like you to join him all this week. Newsmax is featuring its special Mike Huckabee's Christmas in America. Even former President Trump is joining Mike, talking about Christmas. So watch former Governor Huckabee with his guests John Voight, Joe Namath, Dr. Ben Carson, Sarah Sanders Huckabee, Benjamin Netanyahu, and so many more. Tune in to Mike Huckabee's Christmas in America as he discovers the real meaning of the holiday spirit. Newsmax happens to be America's news channel for real news. Find it on all the major cable systems. If for some reason your cable operator doesn't carry Newsmax, give them a call and tell them you want it. You can get Newsmax free, streaming on Amazon Fire, Samsung, Roku, Xumo, Pluto, LG, YouTube, and more as well. Newsmax is great to watch. I watch it as much as I can, and get the free Newsmax on your phone. Download that app and watch it anytime, anywhere. Check out Newsmax for my company's Christmas in America.
Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider and are only available if the provider determines the prescription is appropriate. Prescription requires required. See website for full details and important safety information.
Hey guys, good news. The expensive Little Blue pill is now generic, which means the prescription medication to treat ED is super affordable at 4hands.com. And now get your first online doctor's visit free at 4hands.com. That's right, zero copay, no awkward face-to-face conversations to get your prescription. That's really good news. To start your free online visit, go to this exclusive address, 4hands.com/joy. That's FORHIMS.com/joy.
Whether you're vaccinated or not, it's important to know the symptoms of COVID and its variants. Fever is the leading sign, and only the oxygen temporal scanner thermometer has been proven accurate with more than 100 clinical studies. Non-contact thermometers have no clinical evidence behind them and cannot be relied on. Be vigilant and seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Welcome back to Coast. Dr. Jeffrey Mishlove with us, and this is our final segment. We'll take calls in just a moment with Jeffrey. Jeffrey, a lot of people in their near-death experiences report seeing that light, whatever that light might be. Do you think that's just some kind of quirk with the brain when it's, starving of oxygen or something like that? What is that?
There is a theory that it is produced by the brain, that it has something to do with the cells in the optical system that provide peripheral vision seem to die out sooner, leaving the central vision cells still going and creating a feeling of light at the end of the tunnel. I've heard that theory. I can't discount it completely, but when you talk to the near-death experiencers and hear them describe, it's not just a light, it's a feeling of overwhelming love. It's a feeling of being encompassed, surrounded by love, top to bottom, that you are the love, and that the love is everywhere around you. And people describe this in such poignant ways. I've had experiencers in tears describing it. So I don't think you can reduce that to some sort of neurological condition at all.
Absolutely. You would shine away from the demonic end of all this. How come?
Well, very few people, let's say near-death experiencers, have demonic experiences. I don't want to discount it completely, but it's like less than 1%, really. And I do think that the whole issue gets colored quite a bit by all the theology around it and the religious traditions. People are constantly demonizing something that they don't like, and don't understand. So I think we have to protect ourselves against that. The overwhelming reports of people, for example, who have near-death experiences talk about a loving universe. Einstein asked the question, is the universe friendly? He said it's the most important question we can ask. And I know a lot of people would disagree. Not everybody has as happy a life as I've been blessed to have, but I think the universe, by and large, is friendly.
I had a near-death experiencer on the program Monday night, Jeffrey, and she says there is no heaven, there is no hell. What do you think of that?
Yeah, heaven and hell are religious concepts. I think they need to be set aside, and let's look at what people actually report in their experiences. Now, people report heavenly experiences, that's for sure. People report occasional hellish experiences, and a good psychologist, a good philosopher can analyze these and say what they are. I think the human consciousness encompasses all of it. And as far as I'm concerned, if there are demons, they deserve just as much love and respect as angels.
Let's go back to the phones. Dan is with us in Kansas City on the wild card line. Hey, welcome, Daniel.
Oh, hello. I just had a story to relate.
Daniel, Toy Story.
Visiting with my deceased grandmother, this happened about 8 years ago. I was in a very, I was very depressed, and I was beginning to notice that I was kind of suicidal in the things I would say, and I was getting really worried about that. So I started journaling, which I did from time to time. And as I was journaling at night, something was guiding my hand. And I didn't even know what I was writing. I was just going along with it. I had this really interesting feeling come over me when I was doing that. And when it was my turn to write, I wrote, "Who are you?" And it was, "Oh, I'm your grandmother," you know, on my father's side. She told me who she was. And she's been dead for like 40 years. And she continued to give me counseling and you could say wisdom, and I felt heard. And
not scared?
No, not at all. It was wonderful. And it was weird, but, you know, I mean, it's been said for forever almost.
Well, with Jeffrey, you will find it is not weird at all, Jeff, is it?
No, it's a wonderful experience. She was there for you right when you needed her.
Wow. And I wonder, Dan, does she still come around?
Well, that was 8 years ago, and right after that, I began to change my life. I don't know what happened. I got different ideas about a different career I could go into that I always wanted to do. It never seemed to be the right place. Doors began to open. I started a new life.
Why does it seem, Jeffrey, that these visitations change people's lives?
They certainly can change people's lives, and I think it's because those people who love you on the other side want the best for you. They want you to become the best version of yourself. And I think the universe wants you to become the best version of yourself. And when you have an opportunity to make a change like that, the universe will reach out and help you.
Let's go next to Louise in Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, Louise.
Hello, Jay. Thank you for accepting my call.
Sure.
I'm so happy, and I'd like to congratulate your guest for getting his doctoral degree. Before I became Louise, in this lifetime, the person that I was suicide Lynn. She was a famous French tennis player. She won Wimbledon 8 times in a row. She won Roland Garros French Open about 10 times in a row. She was the first female to go on the court in a sleeveless dress down to her ankles. Before then, the women, this was in 1920. Before then, the women all wore long sleeves, long dresses, cuts, and everything. Suzanne was the first one to go on the court. Everyone, they gave her a hard time, but she just was determined, and no one could beat her. In this lifetime, I am the first female to go on the court wearing pantaloons and my hair and people gave me a hard time, but it didn't stop me. But I love being Suzanne, and I love being Louise, and I think it's great.
And tell them who else you work.
Years ago in August. I know exactly because Octavian started the year 1 when he got into Alexandria and defeated Cleopatra and Mark Antony. So we know what year we're in, and it's based upon Cleopatra's death.
Jeffrey, you can ask her anything about Cleopatra, and she's got it.
Do you have these memories, or how did this knowledge come to you?
Well, I had a session with who went into a lot of information, but he helped me open my mind. But I know who I was. I was many people, but Suzanne and Cleopatra with two that the world knows about.
Fascinating, Jeffrey.
It is fascinating. I think there are other claimants who talk about Cleopatra as well. So can't be sure of that.
That's a good point. That's a good point. What is it about reincarnation that is just so dramatic for people?
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm sure that it's true, George. I remember one of my students, Lee Rosenthal, gave a book report on the search for Bridie Murphy back in 1954.
Classic.
And I remember he got up and he said, this book says that we lived before this lifetime. And I remember as an 8 or 9-year-old child, I felt shivers go up and down my spine. As soon as so I guess maybe it attracts a lot of people because there's a truth to it.
My first exposure to reincarnation, I was a youngster too, was when I heard stories of people in India that they didn't like to eat cow's meat because they believed they were reincarnated versions of what could have been of their loved ones. And that was my first exposure to reincarnation. Isn't it? Let's go to Steve in Syracuse, New York. Hi, Steven. Go ahead.
Oh, George, how are you?
Wonderful, Steve. Thank you.
Hey, guess what? Everything's happening now. I believe in reincarnation because these youngsters that know what they're supposed to be when they're very young is a good, I love Return from Heaven by Carol Bowman.
Yep.
And also, my family was the Victor's final days. My family was the reincarnation of the whole family. Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. My late son told me before he took his life on Mother's Day 2012 that he is the reincarnation of Yeshua. And Mary, I remember trying to call to tell him Mary Ellen Diary that the story went through with you. And I left her and left me on the calling. I was only 2 years old.
That's amazing, Stephen. A lot of people have these religious experiences, Jeffrey. What do you think of that?
Well, I do think it can be a trap at times. People can get ego identified with having been a famous person. I know some of the past life regression therapists suggest that you might remember having been in a past life in the presence of such a person, or maybe even a servant or around them, and then because in those days you identified so much with that person, but you might not have been that. An awful lot of people talk about, having been some famous religious leader, or as one of your previous callers mentioned, Cleopatra. But overall, if you look at the data from past lives, there's a psychologist named Helen Wambach who correlated the reports, I think, from about 1,000 past life regressions, and found that overall, those reports correlate with the demographics of what society was like. That people overall remember having been a peasant just as much as having been someone's family.
Yes, good point. Cindy in Denver, Colorado's with us. Hi, Cindy.
Hi, George. Thank you for taking my call. And this is Mike's mom.
Oh, okay. Mike from Denver. This is his mother that I met at one of our Beyond Belief patients. That's right. And you watch Jeffrey's YouTube.
Yes, I am a huge fan of Dr. Mishlove, and I'm so grateful that you took my call. And I just graduated. I went back to school. I was always 19, and I had a passion for psychology and parapsychology. I'm a big Carl Jung fan, and the whole hero's journey, and my hero's journey, part of it was going back to school for a psychology degree, and I just graduated on Sunday, and I graduated with a 4.0 from a very prominent university here in Colorado, and My question to Dr. Mitchell, hi Dr. Mitchell, by the way, I love your show, love Thinking Aloud, me thinking aloud. I have it in the background. The whole time I was working on my degree, your show was playing in the background.
Go ahead, Tina.